Joining me now from the San Ysidro port of entry at the international border south of San Diego, investigative reporter and foreign correspondent for One America News, Pearson Sharp. Pearson, I think that's the simple message here, right, is that walls work, this group of people getting together to issue that one simple, cohesive message, and such a departure from the other messages that we've been seeing at the border lately. Earlier this week, there was a group of do-gooders who were praying at the wall on the U.S. side of the border, praying for the illegals to be allowed into our country. And, of course, the scenes of mayhem of these illegals attacking our border en masse, or trying to attack our border en masse, and then the constant drip that we've seen of illegals crawling under the existing walls or crawling over the existing walls, falling on the other side, breaking their legs. This is a nice, positive, pro-America message.
Absolutely, it really is. It's kind of surprising that there are so many people advocating against that message, and by advocating for all these illegals to come here, they're actually supporting a lot of dangerous practices, including human trafficking, sex trafficking, bringing drugs over here. And you mentioned that there were some people over here praying to let these illegals in. Well, these moms over here are praying just to have been able to have another day with their children who've been taken away from them forever.
Right, and one of them is Marianne Mendoza, who I believe you got a chance to speak to today. She has been on this program three times. Unfortunately, about 4 years ago in 2014, her son, who was a police officer in the Phoenix area, was driving home from work one night and an illegal alien smashed into his car and killed him. And so now Marianne Mendoza has to live with that. But essentially what she and others are doing, Pearson, is to kind of internalize this and then try and get some good out of it. And good would be, for example, securing the border with a wall. It's not the only solution I think they would admit, right? But it's certainly a component.
Right. Right, exactly. And a lot of these women who are here today were giving the message that, you know, this tragedy may have happened to them, but they're hoping that others can learn from what's happened to them. Because like Mary told me and a couple of the other women who are down here, you know, the illegal who killed their child is still running around. He's still out here. He's still alive. He's still living his life. But they'll never see their children again.
Walls work. You know, that is the bottom line. We have the numbers, we have the statistics in this country and in other countries. For example, in Israel, illegal immigration is down 99%. They built a fabulous wall, which, by the way, is a model for what we can do in this country. In the El Paso area, the Tucson area, the Yuma area, and the San Diego area, they're all down at least 90% because of partial walls, and these are partial walls. And the area you're standing right now, I've studied for many, many years, Pearson, and in the 1990s, compliments of Bill Clinton, Operation Gatekeeper, there was about 15 miles of border wall built, double-layer border wall with these high pillars that shoot up from the ground. They're cement pillars. And before that wall existed, essentially from the Pacific Ocean out to around where the airport in TJ is, there was immigration to the tune of about 500,000 per year. Well, now that's dropped to just a trickle, a few thousand a year, and it's because of the wall. The statistics don't lie.
No, they really don't. And you want to talk about statistics, from 2006 to 2015, there were 67,000 illegals apprehended at the border from countries that the U.S. considers state sponsors of terrorism.
Yeah.
So for Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and the rest of them to get out there and say that, you know, these illegals who are coming here, they just want a better life, there's no evidence that terrorists come here, that's baloney. I mean, in 2015, 4,000 people from countries with state sponsors of terrorism were captured. Last year, 3,700 were captured. These are big numbers, and these are people who are not in our country because our borders stopped them.
Yeah, the bottom line is we understand that, you understand it, I understand it. There are tens of millions of Americans who understand all this and the need for the wall. Now we have to try and convince those Americans who don't get it for some reason, and then have them put pressure on the Democrats in Congress so they get it too. Pearson, thanks.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.